Yes, currently in sport news in South Africa, exciting sport. Rugby is a big component at the moment. There's also cricket. I can talk about rugby because there's big games coming up on the weekend, especially women's rugby. It is the World Cup continuing in England. Big game for South Africa. They qualified for the quarterfinals the first time in their history. So it's tough to qualify. They did have good games in their round-robin games against Brazil and also against Italy. They won both games. They lost against France, but they qualified for the quarterfinals. That will be played on Saturday. That is at Exeter in England. And South Africa have a tough assignment. They play against the world champions and world number one. That is New Zealand, the Black Ferns. So that kickoff time then again is 2 p.m. Namibian time on Saturday. So other teams that's also in the quarterfinals is France that will play against Ireland, then also Canada that will play against Australia, and the host England, they will play against Scotland. So that is the Women's World Cup continuing in England. Then also the Springboks, the South African rugby team, they in action again on Saturday. That's the men's team. So it is an interesting Saturday. The South Africa against New Zealand, the men and women play each other on the same day. So it is the Springboks that play at the 9:05, that is Namibian time. They will play against the All Blacks. So that's the second test they play. The first one that was played the past weekend was in Auckland, and New Zealand won that game by 24 points to 17. So it was a good start for New Zealand. That is all in the Rugby Championship, and the Rugby Championship continues then in Wellington. It's a place where South Africa have won in previous times, so hopefully it will be all good for South Africa when they play the second game. They've got a new team, lots of new players, lots of experienced players that was dropped for this game, and we will see if Rassie Erasmus got it right. So the Springboks play the All Blacks 9 a.m., 9:05 to be precise, on Saturday morning in Wellington. Then also it's the MTN8 Super Final, or the final of the soccer final that is played in Mbombela, and it's two big teams, Orlando Pirates that will play against Stellenbosch United. The same teams played in the final last year in Durban, and it was Orlando Pirates that won that game by 1-0. Orlando Pirates have won this tournament, the MTN8. They've won it 13 times already, and it is Stellenbosch United. They have not won it at all. They've played in the final last year, so hopefully for them they will do better this time in the final. So then again, it is played in Mbombela. It's a neutral field for both of them. Then also on the cricket field, it is the men's team, the South African Proteas, that play a series in England. They just completed a 50-over ODI series that South Africa actually won by 2-1. They didn't have a good third game. They lost there quite comprehensively, but they're trying to make it right now in the T20 format, 20 overs aside, of course. So the second of the 3 games will be played on Friday, and then the third and final one will be played at Trentbridge. So the South African men's team, they are doing well in the international series at the moment. They also won a 50-over ODI series against Australia recently, so hopefully they can win the series against England in England. So that is sport news at the moment in South Africa.